Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman. Those counter punches have to hurt. Insane action. Well done with that counter shot. Caution is being thrown to the wind. So here we go again. Ali versus Frazier. Will we see yet another fight of the century?
So Ali has proved why he is the man. Ali has proved he's gone in there and beat the man that beat him. Now the two gods are fighting each other. This is that fight. Ali knows exactly what he's going to do, but he knows it's not a pushover because Joe Frazier had no respect for him whatsoever.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They both want the knockout. Can't land the jab there. No rest for the weary. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. He is down big time on the... On to the second round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You're fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving the man a chance that shouldn't have you.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Perfect counter lands. Missing with the hook. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, he is in big... And there's the bell for round 3. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Rest for the weary. That jab doesn't find a home. punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punching. You'd like to see more jabs. Straight right just misses. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to. And there's the bell to start round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Nice counter shot. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. There's a counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no back into the fray here in round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter. Beautiful counter shot. They're both trying for a knockout. Way through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. How about that time counter shot? Punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8. There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Nice counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now, this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time this round can go either way. 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to... And there's the bell for round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skin them, go for speed.
Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Straight right just misses. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one. There's the bell to start round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
It's bombs away. They exchange punches. Punch, counter punch. Perfect counter shot. Defense is not an option for these two. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Nice counter punch. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That uppercut just missed. Beautiful counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, that is a bit of a surprise. It ends in a draw.
You know what? That's fair. And for the fans, I feel sorry for the fans because they wanted to walk away with some winner. But eventually, these guys are going to have to do it all over again. A draw. Suck it up, Buttercup.